We've had our district lines overturned by the court. And it's one example of why the federal courts are so important. And I think, frankly, it's an example why so many Virginians are concerned about the recent reports that Senator Warner made a phone call talking about the potential of recommending the daughter of a state senator for the federal bench, a lifetime appointment to the federal bench in relation to a political decision. Whether or not that state senator would stay in his seat or leave his seat came in the same time frame as the much covered story of the governor's chief of staff making a job offer in this regard. You know, this is very serious in terms of the federal bench has a big impact in our lives, and we need to make sure that qualified people are put on the bench. And I would never play politics with recommending judicial appointments, and I certainly wouldn't raise the prospect of it in the context of a decision about expanding Obamacare further in the Commonwealth of Virginia, which was, from what I understand and from what the news reports have said, is what that conversation had to do with.
You know, I've been a friend of Senator Philip Puckett and his family for nearly 20 years. You know, when I heard that Philip was considering resigning from the Senate, I reached out to his son, Joseph, and to find out what was going on. During that conversation, we brainstormed about possible opportunities for his sister. His sister had been a substitute state judge, and because of that tenure and legislative process, she couldn't be confirmed. Now, in that brainstorming, we talked about a lot of different options, but let me make clear, I did not offer her a job, nor would I offer her any kind of position. The following day, I talked to Senator Puckett. At that point, he decided he was going to resign. He'd even drafted his letter of resignation. I've been friends with the Puckett family for a long time, and I respect the senator's decision.
Mr. Gillespie, your rebuttal, and bear in mind that Republicans face similar accusations in this very case amidst a federal investigation as well.
Well, let me be clear. I'm not talking about accusations. I'm talking about news reports and questions that are out there. The senator has answered a question here that I don't think is being asked in terms of offering a job. I've not seen any suggestion that he was offering a job, and I understand the difference between the executive branch and the legislative branch in this regard. I've worked in the White House and have worked on the judicial nomination process. I can tell you this, the role a senator plays in the judicial nomination process is a critically important one and a very influential one. And the recommendations that are made have a great weight in terms of what nominations are made. And so I've not seen anyone suggest that there was a job offer. I know there have been talk of private sector jobs with a federal contractor. I think, you know, even that discussion raises questions, legitimate questions. But the notion of a lifetime appointment to the federal bench in relation to a political decision and to further the effort of expanding Obamacare in the Commonwealth of Virginia, I don't know that those questions have been answered. I think Virginians deserve answers in that regard.